Everybody right now has dreams, don't they, guys? All right, everybody in the NFL, I have a dream of making it in the NFL. I got a dream of winning a Super Bowl. I got a dream of being in a Pro Bowl. I'm really not into dreams anymore, okay? I'm into fucking nightmares. You guys with me on that?
Mosh pit.
You gotta end somebody's dream. You gotta take their job. You gotta take their heart. Are you guys clear about this NFL shit now? We're not trying to go to the Peach Bowl. We're not trying to go to the Gator Bowl or the Bluebonnet Bowl. We're trying to go to the Super Bowl.
The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song, he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
Just win, baby. I love it. You know, I sit in my office and I just shake. I get so excited.
Raider Nation, what's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a little bit of a look at the Tampa Bay Bucs because it looks like we are going to get to play on Sunday. Not as scheduled originally, but in that 1 o'clock slot. We got taken out of prime time just so the NFL was sure that they would have a prime time game. I get it. Sucks for us, but looks like we're still going to play some ball on Sunday. But before we get into that, I want to touch base on something we talked about in the last video about, you know, the whole O-line and John Abram possibly missing the game because of the 5-day quarantine. It was a developing story as I was making the video, so I was doing my best to get the correct information, and I had, you know, made a little bit of a mistake, didn't have all the information, and said that 5-day quarantine started on Thursday when they were officially listed on the COVID list. I was wrong about that. The NFL counted Tuesday and Wednesday as quarantine days for the O-linemen since they were already sent home and they weren't in contact with Trent Brown. So their quarantine started on Tuesday, which would lead them to be able to play on Sunday. Jonathan Abram had contact with Trent Brown on Tuesday, so his quarantine didn't start till Wednesday. So Jonathan Abram will be missing the game along with Trent Brown. But if the O-line tests negative by Saturday or Sunday, I don't know what the cutoff day is for them. If they test negative, they're going to be playing. And we should be good there. There have been no new cases as of Friday, so that's good news for us. So right now it looks like the offensive line will be good to go for Sunday's game, which is huge because, you know, the Tampa Bay Bucs, they got a hell of a defense. And we're going to take a look at that in just a little bit too. Real quick before we do that, I want to look at this article from the Raiders Wire. It says, Raiders quarterback Derek Carr among the league's best passers outside of the pocket. And it says, in a recent article by Pro Football Focus, they praised Carr's accuracy when he rolls out of the pocket. According to the site, he is 90% accurate on rollout passes. That's up from last year when he finished the year at 76%. Now, if you wanted to, you can argue that these designed rollout plays they're easy to make, they're easy throws, but the bottom line is he went up 14% in accuracy so far as opposed to last year. So, you know, more improvements on the Derek Carr front. That's great news. And it definitely helps. He has some guys to throw it to now. And I think he's more comfortable in this Gruden system. It's year 3. He seems to have a really good handle on it. I'm liking what I'm seeing with Derek Carr so far. Okay, now I want to take a look at the numbers from the Raiders and from the Bucs. Let's take a look at the Bucs first. They're 4-2. They've scored 177 points, and they've only allowed 122 points. In both of those categories, they're 8th out of the NFL, so they're straight up across the board, probably the 8th best team in the NFL as of right now, stats-wise. Now let's look at the Raiders. With one less game played, they're 3-2. They've got 151 points for, ranked 6th out of 32. Points against 152, 27th out of 32 teams. So, look, the difference here is obviously, you know, the defense. The Raiders got a good offense. They got a defense that's not so good. Bucs got a pretty good offense and a really dang good defense. So, this is definitely going to be a challenge. It's a winnable game, but the offense has to take care of the ball. The Bucs defense is really good at creating turnovers, and they're also one of the best run defenses in the NFL right now. The Bucs defense is averaging about 2 turnovers a game, and they've yet to allow a 100-yard rushing game this season. They've held their opponents to 35, 42, 46, 82, 87, and 94 yards. The 94 yards was against the Packers, and the Packers offense has been amazing this year. And, they really showed out. They really played great against the Packers. Ended up getting 2 turnovers against them, and, only gave up 201 total yards. So for this Raiders offense, we gotta get out there and throw the football, I think. Obviously, we're going to try to run it, try to establish the run game, but they're a tough front, so I'd like to see, similar to last week, I'd like to see, air it out early in the game, try to score, try to get on top, and put the pressure on them to come and score. I think it's going to be a tough day on the ground for Josh Jacobs. I'd like to see him, utilized in the pass game a little bit. Obviously, do our thing. If we go out there and play like we did against KC, we got a really good shot at winning this game. Now, the whole team balled out against KC. It's going to be a collective effort. I'm curious to see how these players are going to respond to the drama that went on this week. I'm curious to see how the offensive line will respond to a week with no practice. If they get to play, they come back, they didn't practice all week. Maybe they'll be rested. Maybe they'll be a little bit, out of sync. Who knows? I'm curious to see how they play. I want to see what's going to happen at the safety position. Are we going to see Eric Harris and Jeff Heath? Are we going to see Jeff Heath and maybe Isaiah Johnson? I don't know. What do you guys think is going to happen at the safety position? If I had to take a guess, I would think it was going to be Eric Harris and Jeff Heath. What I would like to see is probably Jeff Heath and Isaiah Johnson getting in there a little bit, and if he struggles, put Harris in there. But we've seen Isaiah Johnson step in to the safety spot a couple times this year when Abram had to go out, so I would really like to see him get a shot to start the game and see what he's really got back there. Maybe he balls out and we got another safety on our team. Who knows? I would just like to see him get a shot and take it from there. Let me know what you guys think about that. You guys want a prediction? Here we go. Bucs coming off a big game. They're going to slow down a bit. Raiders coming off a bye. And after a huge win against KC, I think they're feeling themselves. I think the defense will carry on that momentum from last week. Defensive line looked great. Let's get after Tom Brady. Make Tom Brady force some throws. He's thrown a couple pick sixes this season. He's thrown some bad interceptions. His arm's not all there on those out routes. Let's get in his face. Let's make him make a mistake. I think the defense gets a turnover. I think it's an interception that'll change the course of the game. I don't think we're going to see as much scoring as we're used to. I'm going to go ahead and say 24-21 Raiders at home, beating the supposed GOAT. Let me know what your guys' predictions are. Let's talk about it. I'm excited for this game. I cannot wait. I wish it was in prime time, but no big deal. It's still football Sunday, baby. It's still Raider Nation. Let's get it. Till next time, peace out. Much love, Raider Nation.